Alright. What's going on, beautiful people? It's G-Rex the Great, aka your friendly neighborhood comic enthusiast, and we are here. Now, if you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. Now, we're going to be going over some DCKO news. We're going to be talking about the special guests that we got coming in, such as Homelander, Sub-Zero, Annabelle, Vampirella, people like that. And also, we have another tab open from League of Comic Geeks. You know, that's my site right there I like to go to. We're going to be covering like a single solicitation of what we have so far. So it's going to be like the cover that we have revealed to us as of now, and the creative team, stuff like that. Just a little info on it, but we don't have too much info based on that. But like I said, we have an article from ScreenRant here, so we're going to jump straight into the action with that. So you see here we got Homelander on the front. It says Homelander confirms his DC debut, teasing the greatest comic crossover in decades, which is true. This is big. This is really big. I mean, we got IPs like The Boys, Mortal Kombat. It's really deep. So as we see here, we have an article from TJ Mills. It says TJ Mills is an editor on ScreenRant's comic team, where she combines her lifelong passion for DC with her analytical background as a former intelligence analyst. So that's cool. She posted this article 32 minutes ago. It says, for over a month, DC has been teasing that The Boys, Homelander, will be joining its latest crisis event. And now the publisher has released additional details on exactly when and where fans will be able to see Homelander face off against DC's greatest, including the Man of Steel himself. And that's what we've been waiting for. That's what we've been waiting for. We just been waiting to see that. I mean, ever since this has been announced, last month or the month before last, when they did New York Comic Con, when they had that panel with Jim Lee and friends. I mean, we already knew they were gonna fight each other. We already knew they was gonna put them against each other, and we've been ready to see it. As far as I can tell from my comment section and from my mind, I'm ready to see Superman win. Y'all let me know down below what y'all thinking about that matchup, Superman versus Homelander. Let me know. All right, we got. DC has officially teased its first wave of February solicitations, and we will, I missed last month's solicitation, but we will definitely try to cover the February solicitations soon, hopefully. We would definitely try to get, I need to try to get into a habit of doing those every month. We did the one for November, but we got to lock in on those. So, it says, and among the batch is the announcement of the February 4th release of Jeremy Adams, Carmine D. Giandomenico, and Ronan Cliquet's DCKO Boss Battle #1. So that's going to be the name of this specific crossover that has Homelander, Sub-Zero, and everything in it. It's be called Boss Battle #1, which will be a DCKO tie-in, of course. It says this one shot will serve as the bonus level for the DCKO event that DC first teased back at New York Comic Con during the Jim Lee and Friends panel, as I previously mentioned. And this right here actually is the only cover that we have revealed to us so far. This is the wraparound variant that we would get into later in the League of Comic Geeks tab over there. It says the panel revealed that DC's greatest heroes and villains would face off against other iconic IPs, including Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero, The Conjuring's Annabelle, Vampirella, Samantha from Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, and The Boys' very own Homelander. Now, out of those people right there, definitely let me know down below who you want to see fight those respective people. Who you want to see fight Sub-Zero, who you want to see fight Annabelle, Vampirella, etc. Honestly, as far as Annabelle goes, I want to see her fight somebody with like magic. Like, I want to see how the magic in DC relates to like that demon and like magic that they have in the Conjuring verse and stuff like that. So I definitely want to see that duality there. Of course, Homelander, we want to see him fight Superman. There's not really much debate on that. Sub-Zero, that's the big one in the air. Who you want to see fight Sub-Zero? Let me know down below. So I don't think there's any like ice-based heroes in the tournament. So yeah, so who would you guys want to see fight Sub-Zero? Let me know down below. It says, what purpose will Homelander serve in DCKO? DCKO Boss Battle #1 is available on February 4th, 2026. Definitely excited for that there. It is a comic event. Alright, back to the article. It says, for those who haven't been keeping up with comics, the DC Universe is currently in the midst of one of its most high-stakes and wild crisis events to date, as DC heroes and villains are facing off against each other in a tournament-style deathmatch. These battles will ultimately produce one champion who will go on to face the King Omega Darkseid himself. And as you know, we covered the first issue of this on the channel. We did an entire issue read-through and reaction It's a bit long, but it's definitely a great read through. I definitely enjoyed it. So definitely interested for issue 2. We'll probably do another read through and reaction on that one as well. Maybe even do one on this boss battle, so we can see, react with you guys with the whole Homelander Superman fight, see what we get going on. It says, the point of these trials by combat is for one hero or villain to build up enough Omega energy to defeat Darkseid, who is more powerful than ever, before he can conquer the DC universe. As we saw from that issue, he was about 45 seconds from doing it. So it says, DCKO boss battle will serve as a bonus round for DC's remaining champions, giving them a chance to acquire more Omega energy. So this will probably be after the second round, I'm assuming. So it'll be like right before the last stretch of the tournament there. So we'll see who's left. So it's probably going to be like people like Aquaman versus Sub-Zero. Talk about it. Talk about it. You've been reading and think about it. Jeremy Adams is writing this. Jeremy Adams is also writing the current ongoing Aquaman. We might see Aquaman get a really good fight here. Aquaman versus Sub-Zero. I'm locking it in. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Y'all let me know. I'm locking it in. All right. It says, I guess this is like a little read through here of the comic. It says, unexpected fighters from beyond the DC universe enter the arena. Wait, what? Who? As the remaining champions in the KO tournament prepare for the final rounds, they discover that there isn't enough Omega energy left to crown the winner, a King Omega. To have any hope of stopping Darkseid, they'll need to engage in combat with the champions of other worlds beyond our own, including Annabelle, Homelander, Sub-Zero, and more. The shocking, star-studded crossover sets the stage for the final chapters of the epic DCKO event and features matchups you never imagined possible. The ultimate battle is only beginning. The next section of this article goes to Homelander versus Superman. Who will win? Homelander will battle the Man of Steel in DCKO's bonus level. That's right, folks. It's been confirmed. There's no more speculation if Homelander will fight Superman. It is now set in stone. The Man of Steel himself will see the boy of cotton, the boy of plastic. He will definitely see Homelander in 1v1 combat, and that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. As super fans of the boys know, this comic series was originally published under DC's Wildstorm imprint. However, DC canceled the series after just one volume due to its explicit content and strong anti-superhero themes, which DC higher-ups felt mocked the core of their content. Hence, Homelander's return to DC will be an epic homecoming. Thanks to other teasers dropped this month, fans also know that Homelander will face off specifically against Superman. This couldn't be a better match, as the two are both considered some of the most powerful supers in their respective universes. This one-on-one fight will also settle once and for all whether Superman or Homelander, his parody, is top dog. And yet again, they reiterate, DCKO Boss Battle number 1 is available February 4th. 2026 from DC Comics. Big shout out to, I believe it was TJ something. Go back. TJ Mills for posting this. She did a great job on this article, so shout out to her for that. That's all we got there for that one. Yeah, that's it. So that's a bit more information, like a more updated review of what we have going on so far regarding DCKO and the special guest. We now have a name of the comic itself, which would be Boss Battle number 1. So one shot, and written by Jeremy Adams. We got some nice people on the creative team. So we're going to hop over to our other article, our other tab. It's going to be from leagueofcomicgeeks.com. You know, that's our site. We love DC we love League of Comic Geeks over here. We have the single solicitation for the DCKO Boss Battle number 1 tie into the event, written by Jeremy Adams. As I mentioned, we have the Jeffrey Spokes wraparound variant. This is the only variant or cover in general that we have revealed to us so far. So that's that, but it is cut out a little bit because it is a wraparound, so it will be another half to that. But as you can see down here, that is the only cover that we have so far, but we can at least look at, that's what we read on the other tab there, the little breakdown of what we have going on. And it's going to be $5.99. It's going to be 40 pages. That's very interesting. I was expecting maybe like 25, 30. So 40 pages. I wonder how many of those pages will be promo. We will see. I'll say probably like 5 to 10 pages of promo. And hopefully we get 30 pages of full-blown action. That's what I'm hoping for. Well, we're going to jump down to the creative team. As I said, we have Jeremy Adams, the man who is currently writing the ongoing Aquaman, and he's also writing the ongoing Green Lantern Corps comic. I believe he's also working on. I believe he worked on some of the DC and Marvel crossover, the Batman and Deadpool crossover that came out yesterday. We might cover that a little bit as well on the channel in the upcoming days. Planning on getting a couple of those covers for the shelf out there. We have Carmine D. Giandomenico coming through with the art. Also helping out with the art, we have Ronan Clinkay. We just talked about Jeffrey Spokes with his cover here. That's the only cover we have. We'll see the Frank Cho, the Patrick Horvath. We'll see all of these other covers, the Derek Robertson. We'll see those as we get closer to February. As you know, Marie Javins, she's editor-in-chief. She's always mentioned. We have characters here as we have Annabelle, Homelander, Red Sonja, Samantha Strong from Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, which my brother Nick, I believe my brother Nick was reading that recently. So I definitely need to check in on that. We have Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, of course, and Vampirella. So this is a nice cast of people to bring into. Like I said before, let me know who you want to see fighting these people. If I had to just pick right here, I'll say Zatanna versus Annabelle, Superman versus Homelander, Red Sonja. I don't know. Let me just click on you. Let me just click on you. She-Devil with a sword, put her against Wonder Woman. Put her against Wonder Woman. That's all I needed to see. She-Devil with a sword, Wonder Woman. Samantha Strong, put her against Lex Luthor. Sub-Zero, put him against Aquaman. Vampirella, I don't even know who else left in the tournament at that point. If I could just think of anybody, somebody surprise me. I don't know. Put her against Harley Quinn or some shit. I don't know. I don't know, but we definitely want to see those first couple. We definitely want to see Annabelle fight, Sub-Zero fight, and Homelander fight. But this right here is going to be a crazy, crazy event coming out February 4th. Somebody said down in the comments, I don't know how, but I need to see Samantha and Captain Carrot fight. And that's crazy. And they're hitting us with Ad Central right now. We're going to hop up out of there because we ain't got nothing else for us over there on League of Comic Geeks. We're going to pop back over to ScreenRant just to have something on the screen without no ads and whatnot. But, we good. All right, so yeah, that's basically what we got as far as information coming to us for DCKO. Boss Battle number 1, the tie-in. That's going to include people like Superman and Homelander fighting, possibly Zatanna and Annabelle fighting, or possibly Sub-Zero and Aquaman throwing hands. So we're going to see a lot of crazy things coming up in February. So I'm going to definitely be on the lookout for, I got chill, I got relax. It's definitely going to be more information coming out as we get closer to February, and I'm going to definitely be covering it here for you guys on the channel. So if you liked what you saw, definitely drop that like, man. If you got anything to say about DCKO Boss Battle number 1, or Homelander versus Superman, or anything like that, definitely drop those comments down below and let me know what you're thinking. If you enjoyed the content, man, drop a sub, man. Become one of the greats. You know, we will always welcome you with open arms. We just hit our goal of 200 and we're already at 210, so we'll be at 300 shortly. That's our next goal, man. So like I said, become one of the greats if you're feeling us, man. We do a lot of stuff up here. We cover a lot of comic books, some video games here and there, and every now and then we cover some sports stuff. You know, if I had a way to cover basketball, I would be covering my Toronto Raptors right now because we hooping. The Texans aren't doing too good right now, but I might do a reaction here or there. I meant to do one to the Broncos game because I heard that was pretty close, but I ended up not doing it. But I definitely drop one of those at some point here and there. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much all I got for you, man. Appreciate y'all for stopping out, man. Like I said again, Superman versus Homelander. What more can you ask for? I'm ready to see it, man. That's all I got, man. Y'all be safe out there in internet land. Spread peace, love, positivity, kindness, all of those good things. As always, man, I'm G-Rex the Great, your friendly neighborhood comic enthusiast, and I'll catch y'all next time.